started Friends of Stoney Creek as an excuse to get out of the classroom. The creek wasn't what it could be. And I remembered what it was like when I was growing up. So we thought, well, let's start planting trees. So we started making phone calls, and we ended up talking with people over at the Conservation Authority. And we started with Community Fisheries Improvement Program funding. I think we had a grand total of $500. Stoney Creek has four main branches. One branch goes over and comes out of the wetland at Clark Road and Fanshawe. Another main branch of it straddles Clark Side Road. The next branch straddles Highbury, and both of those branches come out between 8 Mile and 9 Mile Road. And then there's what they call the Northdale tributary, which comes up in the Fanshawe and Adelaide area, runs down through the Dale Views, and then heads into the Thames River just south of Windermere and just west of Adelaide Street.
Well, I just live over there, and I walk along Stoney Creek almost every day, and it's a beautiful, peaceful place with a lot of wildlife at times, and it's always changing. The seasonal changes are amazing, and it's wonderful to see the birds coming back in the spring, and the turtles and frogs coming out in the early summer, and all of the other ways that the natural environment is changing and is so diverse. I found it very satisfying to be part of the Friends of Stoney Creek. It's an organization that works hard to maintain the creek habitat, to keep the environment clean, and to organize community days where the neighbors come and plant trees and shrubs and clean up litter. And there have been some opportunities too to raise some of the bigger issues with the creek that an organization can bring to the table, that are issues that are difficult for an individual to try to address by themselves.
The 2 or 3 or 4 years that the creek was here, enjoyed having the creek back there. This has always been a wetland in here, so when they put the creek back there, they put in the square pond. And the square pond is spring fed.
Congratulations to the Friends of Stoney Creek on a fabulous 20 years helping us to implement some great projects along the creek area within the City of London. I know that the staff and fellow Londoners in the City of London are really appreciative of what the Friends of Stoney Creek and groups like them do for our city, and especially for our natural areas.
Well, here's an example of how industrious the Stoney Creek beavers are. I don't know if it was one or more than one that took down this tree, but it's not the first time they've done that. To me, like, it could be the start of a beaver dam. We've had some beavers here in the summer, and I guess they're still around.
Is really thankful and grateful for having groups, friends of groups like the Friends of Stoney Creek, for all their hard work. These groups are made up of volunteers in the community who volunteer their time to help organize all these projects. They're so dedicated, they come out and plant trees with the groups, and they do cleanups along the Thames River. And for the past 20 years, the Friends have done hundreds of projects along the creek, and the health of the watershed has really improved because of them.
I wanted to pass on my congratulations to the Friends of the Stoney Creek and all the work they've done the last 20 years. At the City of London, we've got lots of other programs that we're just waiting for the right time to engage both the Friends and the neighborhood in other environmental initiatives, as well as the London Strengthening Neighborhoods. And that is something that, as the neighborhood develops and as we grow more communities out this way, I'm sure the Friends will continue to have a role, and probably an enhanced role, in some of these aspects. So again, congratulations.
I just want to say congratulations to the Friends of Stoney Creek for 20 years of wonderful service to the City of London. I want you to know that your hard work and your dedication on behalf of the citizens of London in making the environment better has not gone unnoticed, not only from the citizens of London, but certainly from an ecosystem habitat perspective. What you have done has been instrumental in restoring a very important stretch of Stoney Creek. So my thanks to you for all your good work, and let's continue to work together.
Comment on how much they enjoy walking along the path, and how refreshing it is, how calming it is, and that's the enjoyment I get out of it. It's just looking at the positive change that we've been able to do.
Well, in the years ahead, I'd like to see the people that walk along Stoney Creek and that are part of this environment take more interest in the creek, because there's so much here to enjoy. It's not just a pathway to somewhere else, but it's a place in itself that has a lot of value. And I'm hoping too that the various governments that have a role can work together and with developers to try to keep the creek habitat clean and keep the water a good habitat for the fish and all the wildlife that live here.
Wow.